So I have a fabulous Botticelli Primavera, which means spring. Primavera is spring, in my bathroom. And I love the Renaissance. It is a period on this earth of conscious awakening, human conscious awakening, literally coming out of the dark ages. And that's what I want to talk to you about today is awakening into springtime and living Ayurvedically in sync with the cycles and seasons of the spring. So thanks for joining me today. So I'm filming this one in my back sunroom. I just planted these little seeds and I have seedlings sprouting already. That is what is happening. Spring. So Ayurvedically, first of all, living in sync with the rhythm of nature internally, externally. What's going on in our own internal rhythms, what's going on in the rhythms outside in nature, in life. That's one of the huge components of living Ayurvedically. And so this season of spring, every season brings us a different kind of energy to play in, a different kind of energy to experience and settle into and get benefit from and sip in and feel the flavor of. And the springtime gives us this energy of life force. You just saw like life is coming up out of the ground. So this is a great time to tap into your life force or creative or even sexual energy. That's what that energy is, the creation in us. That energy is literally, we're going to create life, or we're going to get creative with this boost of energy we get in the springtime. You all know that you get a burst of energy, right? Everybody's like, I gotta get spring cleaning done, I gotta get to the yard, we always have the to-do list, the spring cleaning to-do list. So you know you get a boost of energy in the springtime. What's really cool to tie that in Ayurvedically is to recognize where that boost of energy comes from. It is literally creative or life force energy. So try to, as you move through the season of spring, invoke the creative side or tap into the creative side of your energy. What's so beautiful about this energy is just a boost of energy is yang. That's like going, doing, getting stuff accomplished. But this type of particular spring energy is like tethered by or oriented by yin, life force, creative energy, expansive, opening, creative, like beautiful energy. So see if you can tether those two together and play in that land of bringing creativity or literally creation to your life this spring. And so how might that look? Okay, so at a very rudimentary level, if you were going to tap into your creative or life force energy, you might produce a baby. You might think, is this a conscious time to do that? And do I want to do that? And can I do it consciously? That may be one way. I'm not advocating for that. There are 7 billion people on this globe, but I'm just saying that's an example of life force or creative energy. Or you could use that instead. If you're not wanting to create energy, maybe you can get creative in your intimate relationships, tapping into that creative energy and maybe starting practices of tantric practices like yab yam or eye gazing or energy work with your partner or other things with your partner. It could be that you just turn your focus and compass and attention to one spring cleaning project, and maybe that's your bedroom, your boudoir. You guys, oh wow, when I did that, I turned to remodel my bedroom. That exponentially changed the dynamic of my intimate relationship with my partner, and just off the charts changed that. And it was about conscious change. It was about, this is a space that he lives in and that I live in and that we live in and that we spend a lot of time in. It's like our little sanctuary space. So we wanted to make sure that we did it consciously together. What color schemes together ignite us and really relax us and really seem delicious and beautiful? And what general design style do we both love? Do we both enjoy? And that helped us weave a relationship of communicating about those things. So it wasn't just, I'm coming in as the lady and I'm going to pick all the colors and I'm going to pick the design and you just do it. No, it was very much a collaborative process where the end product was exactly what we both wanted. Because this is the thing about relationships: if you both contribute equally, you bring both your strengths to the forefront, to the fore, then you get a way better result than if just one person took control of that project. And so that may be an area. Another area that you could connect to is in your practice of yoga, like your physical asana practice of yoga. Get outside, get off the mat, get out into the world. That yoga mat was designed like 20 or 30 years ago, and for a woman who had a medical condition, and then now all the rest of us think we have to stand on that mat and practice yoga. Get outside, get in the grass, get in nature. I just posted a little video. I have a little group of boulders, and they're about 2 feet high to 3 feet high and all sorts of different shapes, and I love to get out and play and do yoga on those boulders. There's like 10 or 50, and I'm a little group. And in the spring, it's like my favorite place to practice. There's little blades of grass, and it's soft under your feet, and I can jump from rock to rock and play on them and use them. I use all sorts of things: rocks, hills, grass, wherever I'm at outside in nature. And I practice yoga a lot outside in nature, connecting to nature, connecting to that springtime. It may be starting your seedlings for your garden outside, for your veggie garden, and getting that going and just connecting to nature that way and seeing the seasons and cycles. It may be in your meditation practice, looking at some new creative methods and styles of meditation, or just getting outside with your meditation. Doing a guided walking meditation with your bare feet in the grass. That's a beautiful thing to sprinkle in right now for your meditation practice. Buddha became enlightened outside under a Bodhi tree, so there is something to nature. In Qigong, if you have a practice of Qigong or Tai Chi, you could go through the elements practice. The elements are correlated with the seasons, so the movements and postures of the elements, earth, fire, water, air, and I think metal is the 5th one that they use. And they correlate to the seasons and the energy cycles of the seasons. So that's another cool thing that you could delve into and play with. And then also just spring cleaning. This is a time where you want to watch your energy. You get that boost of energy, and then we want to just spread it out all over. So see if you can, with your spring cleaning, maybe find one place in your house. I'm going to get to my closets, or I'm going to spring clean my kitchen, or I'm going to spring clean my fridge, or whatever it is, but just keep it focused to one thing, and you won't get overwhelmed, and you'll be more productive about using that energy. And then get creative. So I'm going to start my first spring cleaning project is going to be my fridge. It's kind of taken a back seat the last couple months, so I'm going to dig everything out of my fridge, and I'm going to clean it out, but also I'm going to get creative and add that creative life force creation aspect. I'm going to do an artwork project on the outside of my fridge. Thank you, Poe. Her little idea that I got this from, but that's going to be one of my first spring cleaning projects that I do. So I'd love to hear about what you guys are doing, and I hope you're enjoying the season and this change, this waking up out of the dormancy of winter into life force creation energy. So while you're out and about, take a peek at the trees, watch. Nature's starting to awaken. You'll start to see there are green in the trees now. There are little things sprouting out all over the place. We're awakening from that slumber into Primavera, into spring. So enjoy. Namaste, you guys.